Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Gaming Paradise. This game will show you how to add gravity to your game worlds. The aim of the game is to collect bananas from behind the tree using the fewest possible jumps. So let's get started. First we will choose a sprite called Arrow. And we will again go to choose a sprite and choose a sprite called Monkey. Then we will delete the cat sprite. We will rename the arrow one sprite as Launcher. Then we will go to variables and make a variable called Launch Speed. Then we will go to events and pull out a when green flag clicked. Then we will go to variables and pull out a set launch speed to block and we will change the value to 10. Then we will go to motion and pull out a go to XY block. We will change the value in the first box to -200 and in the second box to -140. This will make the arrow go at the bottom left of the stage. Then we will pull out the point and direction block and we will choose 45 degrees. Then we will go to looks and we will pull out a go to front layer block. Now this is what will happen. Then we will go to events and 2 times we will pull out a when space key press block. In the first block we will select the drop down arrow and we will choose left arrow. The second one we will do the same but the right arrow. Then we will go to motion. Below the when left arrow key press block, we will put a turn left 15 degrees block and change the value to 1. We will do the same with the right arrow key press block, but the only difference will be that it should be turn right 1 degrees. These blocks will allow you to control the launcher's angle using the left and right arrow keys. The direction of the arrow is the direction in which the monkey will launch in. Now that we can aim, we can also control the speed of the launch by using from events we will pull out when space key press block 2 times. This time we will choose up arrow key and down arrow key as I am doing here. Then below both of the blocks we will put an if then as I am doing. Then we will go to operators. Below the up arrow key block, we will add a lesser than block and change the value in the second box to 20. Now we will go to variables and we will pull out the launch speed block and put it in the first box. Then we will pull out change launch speed by 1 block and put it inside the if then block. We will change the value to 0.1. If the up arrow key is pressed, the variable launch speed will increase by 1. Now we will again go to operators and this time we will pull out a greater than block. Then in the second box we will write 1 and in the first box we will again put launch speed. Then we will change launch speed by 1 block and we will put it inside, but this time we will write -0.1. So if I am selecting the up arrow key, it is going 0.1 high, but when I press the down arrow key, it is going lesser and lesser till it is 1. When it reaches 1, it does not go, and if it reaches 20, it does not go faster as shown here. Now we will select the monkey sprite and we will add the following code to make him shrink and go behind the launcher. First, from events we will pull out a when green flag click block. Then we will go to looks and pull out a set size to block and choose 35%. Then we will go to motion and pull out a set rotation style block and choose don't rotate. Then we will also pull out a go to random position block and we will select the drop down arrow and choose launcher. Then now we need to launch the monkey when the space bar is pressed. To do so, we will remove these blocks. From events, a when space key press block. Then from motion, another go to launcher block. Then we will pull out a point and direction block. Then we will go to sensing and we will pull out the backdrop of stage block and put it where 90 is written, as I am doing here. And then we will click the drop down arrow on stage and we will choose launcher. Now in the first list, the third one, which is direction, we will select that. Then we will go to control and pull out a repeat until block. Then we will go to sensing and pull out a touching mouse pointer block and put it here. We will choose edge. Then we will go to motion and pull out a move 10 steps block and put it inside the repeat until. Then from variables we will pull out launch speed and we will put it where 10 is written. Then after the block from motion we will again pull out a go to launcher block, as I am doing here. Now we will try setting the launcher angle and speed using the arrow keys and pressing the space bar to fire the monkey. He goes in a completely straight line till he hits the end of the stage. Real things don't do this. They fall back toward the ground as they move. Now from choose a sprite, we will add a banana sprite. And we will add a variable called num_bananas. Now this variable will help us to keep a track of the number of bananas on the stage. Now we will make the following code. From events we will pull out a when green flag click block. From looks we will pull out a hide block. Then we will go to variables and pull out a set block. We will select num_bananas and we will change the value to 3. Now we will pull out the num_bananas block. Then we will go to control and pull out a repeat block and put it below set num_bananas. Now we will put this num_bananas block where 10 is written. Then we will scroll a little and we will pull out the create clone of myself block and put it inside the repeat block. So how many ever num_bananas variable is there, that many times it will create the clone. Now we need to tell the clone what to do. So we will pull out a when I start as a clone block. Then we will go to motion and pull out a go to XY block. Now we will go to operators and for both X and Y we will pull out a pick random block, as I am doing here. Then we will in the X first box we will add 0 and in the second box we will write 200. In the Y first box we will write -140 and in the second box 140. Then we will go to looks and pull out a set size to block. Then we will again pull out a pick random 1 to 10 block. Now we will choose 50 to 100. The random numbers will be 50 to 100 as I am doing here. Then we will go to looks again and we will pull out a set color effect 2 block. Again we will pull out a pick random block, and this time it will be -10 to 20. Now we will again go to looks and pull out a show block. Then we will go to control and pull out a wait until block. Then from sensing we will pull out a touching block, touching mouse pointer, and we will choose monkey. Then we will go to variables and pull out a change block. We will choose num bananas and we will write -1. Then we will go to control and pull out an if then block. Then we will go to operators and pull out an is equal to block. Then in the second blocks we will change the value to 0. Then from variables we will pull out the num bananas block and put it in the first block. Then we will go to events and we will pull out a broadcast message 1 block and put it inside. Now we will click the drop down arrow and choose new message. We will name the message as game over. Then after the if then block we will take from control a delete this clone block. We need an obstacle because the game is too easy. Now from choose a sprite we will pull out a tree 1 block. And we will place it at the off center left side of the screen. At the moment the monkey can fly through the tree as I am showing you. We need to change the code. Now in the monkey's code we will go to this repeat until block. In the when space key pressed we will pull out touching edge block. We will go to operators and pull out an OR block. Then we will right click on the touching edge block and select duplicate. We will put it in the first box, and in the second box also we will put a touching edge block. In the first one we will let it be touching edge, and in the second one we will change it to 3, 1. The monkey should stop flying now when he hits the tree as I am showing here. Now we have to make 2 variables, gravity and fall speed. We will have to uncheck both of these boxes. Then in the monkey's first code, after go to launcher block, we will pull out the set block. We will select gravity and we will change the value to -0.2. Now in this code we will do some changes. In between this, after this block, we will add a set fall speed to 0 block as I am doing here. Then we will go to motion and we will pull out a change Y by block and put it inside the repeat until block. We will change the value by fall speed. Then we will pull out a change fall speed by block and we will change the fall speed by gravity like this. Every second the monkey is falling a little faster, creating a downward curve as I am showing here. game should work like that. Now we will paint a sprite using the paint editor of Scratch. We will select paint, then we will go to costumes. Now we will select the circle block. The outline will be a brown, a light brown, as I am showing here. And the fill will be a light orange. We will change the thickness of the outline. We will select 20 and we will draw an oval as I am showing here. You can adjust the thickness. Now we will select text. We will type. We will first change the color to black. Then we will type. Then we will change the size of the text if required, as I am doing here. You can also change the font of the handwriting as required. Then we will type again and we will write you used. We will leave a space of random spaces. Then we will write launches. You can adjust the size of the font as you wish. You can also change the color of the font if required. Now we will go to code and we will make a variable called launches. And we will click the on the box so that it does not show on the screen. We will click on it so that it shows on the screen. We will right click on the variable and we will choose large readout. Now we will add the following code to the sign. When green flag click from events, from variables we will pull out a set block. Then we will select the drop down arrow and choose launches. Then we will pull out the hide variable and we will again select launches. Then we will go to looks and we will pull out the hide block so that it hides the sign. Then from events we will pull out the when I receive game over block. Then we will go to motion and we will pull out a go to XY block and we will choose 0, 0, 0x and 0y. Then we will go to looks and we will pull out the go to front layer block. Then we will pull out the show block. After that we will again go to variables and we will pull out a show variable block. We will again choose launches. Then we will go to control and we will pull out a stop all block after that. Now from events we will pull out a when space key press block. From variables we will pull out a change by one block. We will select launches so that how many ever times we click the space bar, that many launches are used. Now let's play the game. After collecting all the bananas, the sign will show in the front. We will pull the launches variable and we will add it in the empty spaces I'm doing here. Scratch will remember its place. See, now how many ever launches we use. When the game over sign comes, the number of launches will show here. You can also add your own backdrop like this. Now we will add some noise. We will select the monkey sprite. We will go to sound. Then after the when space key press block, we will pull out the start sound block. We will not choose chomp. We will go to sounds. We will click on choose a sound and in the search bar we will search for boing. It will sound like this. We will go to code and in the drop down arrow key we will choose boing. So every time the space key is pressed, the monkey will start sound boing and then it will fly. Then we will go to bananas and then after the wait until block, we will pull out the start sound block and we will choose chomp. Chomp sounds something like this. So whenever the monkey is touching a banana, it will start the sound chomp. And whenever the monkey flies, it will start the sound boing. Let's see how the game works now. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe.